Megan Hicks of I Run Far. I'm with Tim Freriks. It's a couple of days before the 2022 Canyons Endurance Runs by UTMB 100k. It's been a while since we've had a conversation like this, Tim.
Yeah, it has been a while. I think, I don't know. I think I kept a pretty low profile through COVID, especially the first little bit there. And I've started racing more. Did a little bit of racing last year, but it's been a while since I've been to one of these events where, there's a spotlight on the elite field and people are going for those golden tickets. So it's exciting to be back. I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Well, we may only have a few minutes to talk here before this little thunderstorm cell is headed our way. But catch me up for a minute on what's been going on in your life. I think you got married. You've been working a lot.
Yeah, I got married this last September. Thanks. Yeah. Maddie and I have dated for several years now, and made things official this last September. But yeah, gosh, since I think the last time I saw you race was Pikes Peak 2019. Yeah, that was a tough day for me. I think.
Sorry.
No, yeah, I think I feel like whenever I think of I Run Far interviews, I think my first one at TNF 50 in 2017, and I think I had
Sonoma, maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right, Sonoma. But yeah, I think of that time frame. And
the golden years.
Yeah, like 2016, 2017, getting my start in the sport. And I think I just had one of those typical stories of kind of burning the candle at both ends and working full time, and just you can only do that for so long before it catches up to you, I think. I think kind of struggled in 2019-ish, and then COVID hit, and it just kind of was off the radar at the beginning of that, working a bunch.
We all also were off the radar too.
Yeah. It, especially that first wave, I don't know, just seemed like, kind of put running on the back burner, and I feel like I've kind of caught flack before, just, reading things online of, spectators talking about the elites in the sport and Freriks never races and stuff. But I was trying to just put my energy into work for a little while. I work as a registered nurse at Flagstaff Medical Center.
It could not have been an easy couple of years for you.
Yeah, no, to put it frankly, saw a lot of death, and a lot of people really, really sick, and I think that first little bit was a little traumatic. It was a tough little bit, but very rewarding at the same time to be working as a nurse in the ICU during that time. And then slowly things kind of, we've kind of had this up and down with COVID since, but started training more seriously, and once things were kind of under control a little more after that first wave, started training more and putting more of my focus back on running, and kind of led into this year where I feel like I worked a bunch over the winter. I actually took a contract job in an ICU in Albuquerque.
Oh, wow.
And so didn't train enough over the winter and had kind of a rough start to training in this spring, but I think I kind of got over that hump and have started feeling good right at the right time. So, I'm excited to see where the fitness lies on Saturday. So,
well, where we are here at the Placer High School track, I think we saw you here in a brutally hot 2018.
Yeah.
Nice to be back in different conditions.
Yeah, definitely. It's surprising to see this place all just wet and thunderstorms rolling in and stuff. It's night and day different. That day that took the long way to the track that last time, and
I feel like a lot of people take the long way to the track.
Yeah. Western. I mean, I'm here because I would love the opportunity to do it again and run at Western States again.
So that's what Canyons is to you, is to try to get a golden ticket.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying not to have ultra high expectations, but at the same time, I want to compete for a ticket, and maybe even for the win on a great day, and but most of all, it's just earning a spot back on that starting line. I wasn't in a place
This is amazing. I don't think I've done this type of interview before.
Yeah.
As we stand
Those
under
gray
like
clouds
very
coming in.
tall metal things.
Right. All the metal structures were underneath right now. Yeah, I wasn't quite in shape. I would have loved to go for it at Black Canyon, but I just wasn't in a place with my fitness at that time to give it a shot then. So canyons kind of made the most sense, and getting more time on the trail was also appealing to me. So, but yeah, I think that's kind of what canyon is for me. I think it looks like a beautiful course and a great field in its own right. But I would love to run Western States again is the ultimate goal. So.
You live in Flagstaff. The Grand Canyon's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. To me, on paper, this course looks a little bit like a very long training day in the Grand Canyon, where there's a crap load of climbing to finish any run. Yeah,
definitely. I think, I kind of attribute some of my early success in ultra running to just training the Grand Canyon, just because it's a lot different than training in the mountains. I think, like, you kind of get this, you can float down, and it beats up your quads by the end of the descent, and then you're finishing everything with just a really tough climb out of the canyon. This course profile looks to be similar to that. Just a ton of climbing, especially late in the effort. So
a lot of running early and then runnable climbing later.
Right. Yeah, and I think I've done a fair amount of training in the canyon this training cycle, and it's all like everything, at least in the corridor in the Grand Canyon, a lot of it is runnable. So I got quite a bit of that in, where like it's definitely a run, not so much a hike. Very different than Europe, obviously, where you're just either bombing down hills or hiking the uphills.
Your chest is on your knees.
Yeah, exactly. So although I know the grades get steep out here, but for the most part, it's pretty runnable, I think. So it'll be from what I hear, those last 20 miles will be a lot to handle, but
a little bit of work.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think we've pushed our luck well enough with the weather.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you in your uphill run into the mountains.
Yeah, thanks, Megan. Excited for it. Yeah.